most of you probably had to read the book Catcher in the Rye when you were in high school. And something about that book really stuck with me. And um, I don't remember most of the book, to be honest with you. It's been a really long time since I read it. I do remember some parts, but the most interesting part to me is the very end. And, spoiler alert, if you haven't read Catcher in the Rye, even though it's been out for like 60 years, maybe 70 years, 60, 70, just stop listening right now if you want to be surprised by the ending. Um, but really, the most important part to me in the book is where um, Holden um, comes to this realization when his little sister, Phoebe, wants to reach up and grab the golden ring on this carousel. And it's a very symbolic moment in the book. And it's supposed to symbolize, most of the time, people, when they talk about that book, they are looking at it from Holden's perspective because he is the catcher in the rye. He is the one that is trying to save all the children, he's trying to protect everybody. But he realizes in this moment that sometimes you have to let people go for the golden ring. And whatever that means, it's from Holden's perspective, that particular point in the book. And what he's trying to do is understand that sometimes, even though there's a risk involved, you have to let people do what they're going to do. But I want to look at that from the perspective of Phoebe, because no one ever talks about that. So Phoebe is just a kid, and she sees this golden ring, and she understands that grabbing the ring is going to bring her some sort of benefit, some sort of prize. And so she wants to go for it. And I think that that's what all of us should be doing. We have a limited time to do the things that we want to do, to achieve the things that we want to achieve. And for me, when I look at these golden rings, it actually is pretty symbolic because I look at each one of these and that represents a certain portion of my life that I gave up in order to generate the ability to purchase that ring. And so I exchanged my time, my expertise, my effort, my labor, all of those things accumulated to allowing me to purchase these rings. So these each are representative of the amount of time that I spent to gain them. And so I think that we should be very conscious of that, and we should never take for granted when we actually are able to grab the golden ring in our own lives, and we should always be going for that. Some people call that YOLO nowadays, but I don't know if I agree with that sort of the philosophy behind that. I mean, I understand you want to go for things, but I don't think you should just be reckless. I think you should just be cautious. You can go for the golden ring, but you can also do it in a way that's not totally insane. So that's my perspective on Phoebe and her view of the golden ring from Catcher in the Rye.